Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today in deck number 944, I chose Evil. Yes, Karumonix the Rat King is the commander, and it is in the Dragon Shield matte jet, I do believe is the color. Now, let's read Karumonix before we get too silly into it, right? Okay, so Karumonix is a legendary rat, Phyrexian rat. 3 mana, 3/3, toxic 1. Other rats you control have toxic 1. Okay. When Karumonix enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of rat cards from among them and put the revealed cards in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I have played this deck several times. And a late addition to the deck is because the cards in the deck that are not rats, you want really, really bad. So I've almost had a fear of casting Karumonix because if it's one of those cards I need is there, then it just gets shipped to the bottom. So that is why I included a scroll rack. Okay, this deck is completely different from any other deck I have done. I have 0 removal completely, just 0 removal. I am doing my thing, and I need to do my thing faster than you can do your thing. That's just how it is. So, here's the idea. I have on my opponent's, or at some point in time, you want the Vidalcan Ore. You want the Ore so that, because this is the closest thing to Sato Haste. I mean, yeah, I could run the Akroba's Memorial, but that's 7 mana. So I was like, well, Vidalcan Ore is kind of haste. If I just cast the creatures the turn before, at the end phase before my turn, then I untap, they have haste. Or, well, they're not sick anymore. So, um, Thrumming Stone. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You know what we're doing. That's why I said I chose Evil. So the problem is Thrumming Stone at 5 mana. That's a lot of mana. People know what you're doing. You've got a Rat Commander. You have a Thrumming Stone. You're just telegraphing your intentions to the table. So if you play your Thrumming Stone and then pass turn and it goes a full turn cycle, you're probably not going to have another turn. But there again, with the Ore, if you flash that Joker out, hey, I'm going to do my thing. Now, the Vampiric Tutor goes and gets whatever piece that you need. Keep you in suspense long enough. Rat Colony. Rat Colony is what the deck does. And I run 54 of them. And I know that number is way too high. But in the 40s, do you know how many times I have seen people whiff off the Ripple 4? It's crazy. Um, so the idea is, of course, you have your Thrumming Stone out, you play your Rat Colony. I know some of y'all know how this combo works, but I'm explaining this for those that don't. Um, and what Ripple 4 does is you look at the top 4 cards of your library. If any card that shares the same name as it, you get to cast it for the free. Now, this is how you get all the rats out of your deck into play for 2 mana. You play 1, and you reveal the top 4. You're going to have multiple rats, and each one of them trigger. When you play them for free, they're going to ripple too. So just yeah. The deck is pretty low to the ground as far as mana cost, um, which is the reason why I have 32 lands. But I have a Soul Ring and a Jet Medallion. The Jet Medallion has actually helped me in games where I haven't gotten my tutor or my thing, and I'm able just to play rats for a black mana. That's wild. Card draw. Read the Bones, Sign and Blood. I like this Infectious Inquiry. I really do. Each opponent gets poison counter. Draw 2, lose 2. Okay. And then Slate of Ancestry is a holdout. I know that's one of those, if you don't pull off your big win, you can discard your hand of nothing and draw 4, 5, 8, however many rats you've got. Now, I only have two creatures that are not rats. Piper of the Swarm, because giving your rats menace is a beautiful thing. Now, are you going to poison someone out? Probably not. Granted, they all have toxic if your commander's in play, but you're probably just going to damage them out because that's a ridiculously large amount of rats. Um, and, you know, if you need to steal that creature, hey, that's fine too. And then, of course, the Ogre Slumlord. Um, one of your rats dies, you get, a rat token, and your rats have death touch now. So, the last card, this is going to be a fairly quick deck. When you have, 54 copies of the same card, it kind of does that. Is Patriarch's Bidding. Because that board wipe is coming. It's coming. You're probably going to um, do your thing, put all your rats out there, and you're going to kill the table, and then somebody's going to Teferi's Protection. They're going to Tef Pro. On their turn, they blow up the world, and then you're just a sitting duck. That's why I have Patriarch's Bidding. So you can get them all back for round 2. So, as I said, that is a very, very quick video. I didn't even hit the 10-minute mark on this one. Um, but I do want to give a shout out to the patrons. Thank you all so much. Uh, I am currently back in the swing of things. We're going to be dropping, as you've noticed, I'm sure, every morning at 4 a.m. Because let's face it, that's when the day starts, right? I spent too long doing that. But I am staring at a pile of decks that I am going to try to take a chunk out of recording today. So I do appreciate y'all watching, like, and subscribing. Now, most of these are going to be through All Will Be One because that's currently what I've been working on. And yeah, there's some sprinkled through there that's not. Y'all know how I do it. Random is as random does. But that's what I've got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching, liking, subscribing. If you would like to come down, I mean, I keep most of these decks at the shop here at Kenneth's Collectible Games. And heck, if you want to come down and play some, come on ahead. Uh, but that's what I've got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.